Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Confetti Conversations. Welcome to a new podcast. Hopefully, the sound is a bit better today.
I am praying to the Lord that this is better.
Yeah, we've finally invested in podcast mics, which we're very excited about. We're just getting used to them, so hence why I'm all the way over here and Hayley's all the way over there.
We do like each other still, honestly.
We'll sort the setup up a little bit better, but for now, we're just sort of getting used to it. We have got the other mics on just in case the sound fails. So if there is any dips in and out of bad sound, then that's probably because I've had to edit in the other sound. Anyway, how exciting. We're finally real podcasters with podcast mics.
You're not allowed your lounge back, by the way.
No, I know.
How it's going to have to
we're going to have to create a room, aren't we?
I think so.
A podcast room so that we don't have to keep doing this. But yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to find somewhere to do that. But we'll figure it out. Anyway, roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to Confetti Conversations,
the podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning and married life. Okay, just jumping in here because the camera ran out of storage halfway through, so the video will stop, but the audio will carry on because we have it recorded on the new mics. So here we are, next episode. We are getting the planning done, and this now is sort of at where you're at, isn't it? Yep. Where your where your wedding planning journey is at. Sorry for those of you on the video, I'm just wrangling the dog again. So I just need to hold on to him because there's too many wires now that we've got these new mics, so he has to stay up here.
At the end of his zoomies, he's about to flop asleep.
He is about to fall asleep. Yeah. So yeah, we're at a point where you're at with your wedding planning journey.
Yeah.
We are today talking about invites.
Yes.
So, invites. An extremely important part of a wedding.
Yep.
Because no one's coming if they don't get an invite. There's multiple different ways of doing it, isn't there? There's so many different ways that you could do an invite digitally. You can do it physically. Some people do it through like text. It just depends on what you want, really.
Yep.
So with your invite, you talk us through what you've done.
So mine are actually, let's just start from the options first.
Okay, go on.
Because we talked through what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So we talked through, you can create a poster or something, like just something very simple, and then send it as an email or a WhatsApp or a text to anyone.
Yeah.
And we thought, well, that's obviously the cheapest way of doing things. Then we thought about doing a little video.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cute. You know what? I love those video save the dates.
Yeah, and people like stood there and the thing drops and then someone does like a champagne spray.
Yeah, those
or
are my favourites.
Yeah, they are really cool, those actually. And so we thought about that as doing that as the actual invite, like making a little video. And then obviously like your traditional paper invites.
Yeah.
We wanted to go traditional so this one has a keepsake.
Yeah, I agree.
But we've done it in a quite a cost-effective way, I think. So we mentioned last week about the wedding website.
Yeah.
We've done the bulk of the information on the wedding website.
Yeah.
With 2 cards that are going out.
Yeah.
Those 2 cards I made on Canva.
Yes.
So I think it was the invitation that I sent out electronically for the engagement party that actually set up the design, the font, everything.
Yeah.
That's all followed through in our save the dates and engagement, the actual invitations and the information card. So we've got the RSVP one.
Yeah.
So everything follows that same pattern, and I found it as a template on Canva, and I've just edited it to the fonts and the colour scheme that I wanted.
Yeah.
So it was really easy, to be honest.
That is easy.
Learning Canva was hard.
Yeah, Canva is a minefield to me. I keep going on it and trying to find different bits, and I just about do the thumbnail for this on Canva.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's good.
It's amazing.
And I've just had the free trial of the Pro, which is actually better.
Is it?
And I think that when I get closer to doing more signagey stuff, because I've done the invites now, so I did that for the free trial.
Yeah.
I think I probably will have it for a short while.
Right.
For what I need. I don't know that outside of a wedding I'll use it very often.
No,
But I make like posters for work and stuff on it now.
Yeah.
And that works really well. But you do just have to have a bit of time, and I do it all off my iPad.
Mhm.
I think it would be much easier with a proper Mac.
Yeah, no, I agree. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like,
You need the like functionality. Like sometimes you'll click on something and then you think you're going to enlarge it, like if you try and enlarge stuff like a photo on a tablet or a phone, it doesn't do that zoom thing.
Yeah.
You have to get the right bit and then recenter it.
Yeah.
But I think anyone with a bit of tech knowledge, very basic, if you could make a poster on Word like you used to have to do in IT at school or something, you can use it.
Yeah.
Things like I found the colour scheme from Pinterest, and I have a bit of IT knowledge that I looked up the code of the colour.
Yeah.
And then you input the code on Canva so everything matches.
Yeah.
Little bits like that, but there's so many videos on TikTok that help me
Oh,
figure it all
TikTok is
out.
amazing, isn't it, for
And
that?
in fairness, it was you though that you said about the fonts. Like once you've chosen your fonts, use it for everything.
Yeah. I kind of regretted. Well, I didn't regret them. I do love my fonts, but they were. I picked them for the engagement party, and then I kind of thought, well, that's my theme now.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
That's just what I went with.
Yeah, I've kind of done the same. I think because we made that poster for the welcome sign for the engagement party, because I've got that as a keepsake, I want it all to go together.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but they've worked really well. So we've done an invite, and RSVP card. So with the invite, I first made the invite, like did a draft one in August.
Yeah.
So I put together a kind of idea. I think we were down at Ellis's parents in Dorset, and I was like, well, I've got nothing that I need to be doing work-wise. I'll just have a play whilst we had like an hour. Because I already knew the the design. Because I've followed it through on everything else.
Yeah.
But then I sat there and I was like, what do you put in it?
Yeah.
Like, other than the date and location, how do you word it?
Yeah.
Because traditionally, you got invited to a wedding by the bride's parents. But
that was normally because the bride's parents would pay for the
that's
wedding.
exactly what I thought.
So they would, because when I was doing it, when I looked at it, it would be like Mr. and Mrs. Evans.
Yeah.
Request your presence at the wedding of
Their
Philippa
daughter. Or something,
their daughter Philippa to Samuel. But because we were lucky that we got gifted money from both.
Yeah.
Our family and Sam's family.
And you paid.
And we paid. But we put together with our families.
That's what I've done. I looked on Hitched.
Yeah.
At wording. But how to put one together. I've got it on here so I could kind of remember. But you need to say who's the wedding is for.
Absolutely.
You can either do that together with their families.
Yeah.
Invited by the parents, or you could do it by the groom's parents if you wanted to. If you've got groom and groom, bride and bride, whatever. It's like you can do it however you want to.
Yeah.
I think now the tradition has changed.
Yes.
For it to be the bride and groom invite you.
Yeah.
So making sure that was on there. That was the first bit. Date, location, time. They were the next bits, and I think for the main invite that was it.
Yeah.
But just even putting that together was hard.
Yeah, it is hard. It is. I'm trying to think back to mine now. Actually, it feels like forever ago that I did mine. But yeah, it is. The main invite is the key information, isn't it?
Yeah. Just trying to get mine up.
But
so I can remember.
I think I searched on Etsy as well.
Yeah.
And looked at the wording from invitations on Etsy.
Yeah, I looked on TikTok. I looked on Hitched. I looked on different wedding stationery websites. So there was one that I saw at the wedding show. They've actually closed down now, which is a shame.
That's a shame.
They had lots of really lovely stuff. And then a girl I play netball with, Abby Wharton Designs. I looked on hers.
Right.
And had a bit of an idea and asked her back in the summer when I first was thinking about it.
Yeah.
What what do I need to do?
Yeah.
Because her sister's getting married, so it was like part of the conversation. So it was really nice, but it's hard to get it right. I think there's
Yeah.
a lot of pressure on the invite.
100%. Yeah.
Then now I've done it, I feel like, well, I can't change it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I get what you're saying.
So we did the main invite, and then we did an RSVP card.
Yeah.
But it's not actually like a tick one like yours was. It's not a physical one that I'm expecting back. It's got a QR code on it for our wedding website that will take them to that, the RSVP on there.
Yeah.
And then it can give me dietary requirements. It can give
Perfect.
me if they're going to stay at the hotel, if they can organise transport, would you be interested?
Yeah. So it's like a bit like a Survey Monkey kind of
Yeah,
situation.
yeah, you can add on. You have so on Say I Do the website, you get basic functionality.
Right.
You can get RSVPs. You can add up to 85 guests to the guest list.
Right.
But then with a subscription or like a one-off payment, I think it starts at 45. You can get up to 150 guests or something.
Yeah.
So you can change it that way. But that means then you can add on RSVP questions.
Right. Okay.
So you get all the information you need. And with my dyslexic brain, I don't need to be losing one of those cards. I don't need to be handwriting out and ticking the wrong box. It will all go straight into a spreadsheet for me.
Yeah.
And that'll be it.
Okay, we're in different positions. We just did this, but I forgot to do the clap. But anyway, doesn't matter. You don't need to know that. Yeah, we're in different positions. So I just had to let the dog out. So dog ownership 101. But there we go. Anyway, carry on with what you were saying.
I can't remember. Oh, wedding website.
Wedding website. Oh, the RSVPs. That's what you were talking about.
And yeah, it all goes into a table, and it
automatically will go into that table.
Yeah, because I've added everyone as a guest.
Oh, okay. And then so you've added them as a guest, and then will it sign them up to their name, or do they have to put their names in?
So when they go to RSVP, they put their name in, and it will find them on the list.
Okay.
And I think it will allow it even if I've spelled it a little bit wrong.
Right. Or will it add them as an extra person or something?
No, I haven't allowed people to add themselves.
Oh yeah, because they might add a +1.
Yeah, things like that.
Fine.
So yeah, they can do all their diet, food, whatever, all on there. And then from that, I've got everything.
Yeah.
And then I can just print that out for
Perfect.
suppliers, and it's sorted.
Perfect.
So on that card, it has the wedding website address, the QR code, just in case it didn't work, and an RSVP by date.
Yeah.
And then on the website, I've got all my information. So rather than doing a separate information card, which a lot of people do, about hotels, about transport, about gift lists, about children, all of that is on the website. So I can put more on.
Yeah. You can keep updating it.
Exactly. I'm not the kind of person that likes lots of messages.
Yeah.
Because I just get a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So if I can say, like, if I put enough on there, people will know where to look.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my thinking.
Absolutely.
It's got like the venue sent a list of taxis, of like taxi services locally. I've put that on there. The directions from the venue are on there.
Yeah, because all your vendors, your venue, sorry, will give you all this information.
Yeah.
So they'll give you local hotels, they'll give you all this kind of stuff that is specifically for your invites.
Yeah.
Like lists of everything that you'll need.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so good that you can just like almost copy and paste it in.
Yeah, things like the venue say all cars have to be off site by 11 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
I can put it all on there.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't want that cluttering up the pretty invitations.
Yes.
That's why I like it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So for me, have I just interrupted you, or you finished on your bit? So for me, I was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So I did the fully paper invite.
Yours were like in a little wallet almost, weren't they?
Yeah. So I made it all. So it was just an A4 piece of paper, and I made this little pocket thing, and so it had the main invite as you opened it up, it had the main invite. And then it had a little pocket that had 3 pieces of paper in it. So you had the details of everything that was happening. You have hotels, and you have the RSVP.
Please put a picture of yours on.
Yeah. I've got loads. Have I got loads? I think I've got a couple of evening ones. I don't think I've got any. Oh, I will have one, of course, because I'll have kept one.
That'll be the beauty picture.
Yeah. So they
the details card had everything you needed to know, like gifts, where the address of everything, everything you needed. And then the invitation was just like a one piece of paper.
Yeah.
So I made mine on Cricut because I wasn't savvy with Canva at the time. I'm still not, but at the time I really didn't understand Canva, so I thought I'll just make it on Cricut, which is a form that I know. And then I made all the invitations and then printed them. I bought specifically a laser printer because I wanted to do like heat transfer foiling. So I bought this laser printer and then I heat transferred them all. So I sat one evening with a laminator because you don't need to have all the tools. So long as you know what you're doing, you can do it. Like they weren't perfect, but they were rustic and that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I heat transferred all of that. I glued them all in myself. I made all the little pockets myself.
Yeah.
And then I had a little RSVP card that was in there. And on the RSVP card was dietary requirements, if you're coming, and a song for of your request.
Yeah.
So I then gave the band a list of the requests, and it was actually really lovely, and it's something that I would definitely recommend for you to put on your website.
Yeah.
Is because when people heard the song that they'd requested,
Yeah.
they were like, "Woo, this is my song," and like would get up and dance. And I think that's
Kept
such a
people
love.
dancing.
Yeah.
That is a good idea actually. But I'm sure I can add it to this questionnaire thing.
Of course you can.
Of
course you can.
So yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
It's hard invites, I think, because they are a lasting memory. People keep them.
They set the tone for your wedding.
Yeah.
So when you open an invite, that is the tone of what the wedding is going to be. It gives you an idea on the color scheme. It gives you an idea on sort of the look of it. Like mine, I wanted an ethereal wedding, and as soon as you open my invite, I feel like it gave ethereal with the gold, the sage green, the white, and the sort of the fonts that I chose.
Yeah, mine's quite sleek.
Yeah. But I think it gives you the idea, like the colours that you've used.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously is the colours of your wedding. So it gives you the colours as an idea of what it's going to be.
And it's gone through, like I say, everything I've done.
Yeah.
Through the engagement party, through the save the dates. Everyone knows I like matching stuff.
Well, see, this is this is literally what I was just about to say. Is that everything of yours is very uniform.
That's me,
and I like that, and that actually suits your wedding so well.
But when I think
including the invites, Whereas mine was very much a bit of this, a bit of that. There was a theme running through it in terms of color and fonts.
Yeah,
but what it was, everything was all a bit different.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, in my life, I'm like, no, everything's got a match.
Yeah.
Like with my Fairfax and Favour stuff.
Yeah.
I have got everything.
Yeah.
In the one colour scheme.
Yeah.
If I tried to buy a navy bag in that would throw
Blow
me
your
over the
mind.
edge.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
That's just how my brain works.
Whereas I am very much mix and match.
Yes.
Like I like a lot of colours together. I mean, I'm just looking around my lounge and it's just like a mix and match of a bit of everything. Like my display of my wedding photos is all completely different photo frames in a different, like in a little design, and that's me all over, isn't it?
But that was you as a kid. Your bedroom wall, you used to walk into Phil's bedroom and on the right hand side it was covered in stuff.
Photo frames, shelves.
There was like one full of shot glasses. There were, honestly, and I say as a kid, teenager.
Yeah, I didn't collect shot glasses as a child, but I do collect shot glasses, and I have, I'm going to say about 90 shot glasses now. 90 shot glasses. Yeah, it's quite the addiction.
I buy one for you whenever I go away.
So does one of my friends.
We literally endorse it. I was like, should we get one? And then Ellis was like, well, she's going to come down anyway, so.
Yeah, well, when I went on holiday in December, I bought a shot glass and I very nearly didn't. And I thought, everyone else buys me a shot glass when I go away. Like, why, when they go away, why am I not buying myself one?
Yeah, exactly. No,
so
you are the stuff and eclectic mix of belongings.
I love stuff. I really love stuff. I could easily be a hoarder if it didn't drive me mad.
Yeah. Before Ellis moved in, everyone used to call my house the new build.
Yeah.
Because it just looked, even 5 years in, it still looked like a show home, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because there was just no stuff anywhere.
No, whereas, we are completely opposite in terms of our taste of what we like.
Yeah.
Like, you like minimalist, I like maximalist-ish.
that a thing? No.
Maximalist is a thing, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
But I
know.
don't like maximalist in the way of like
Clutter.
maximalist can be like clashing patterns,
Oh no.
like a lot of
That would give me a migraine.
bright colours. Yeah, that's not. I wouldn't call myself maximalist in that way. I am very much. I like neutrals, and we're going into
Tonal.
interior designer stuff here, but I like neutrals and I like natural materials, so wood, stone, stuff like that. So I like a lot of stuff and I like a lot of busyness, but I don't love, like clashing patterns and clashing colours and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, I'm very tonal.
But that's how our invites went.
Yeah, that was our invites are our personalities.
100%. So you made all your bits.
I made everything, yeah.
And
I
literally put it together.
Yeah, made it all,
Printed it.
all. I stuck it all down. I even made the little pocket that the thing goes in. I made all of the jackets. I call them jackets, but the outside bit. So I folded it all. I spent hours folding them all. Did all the wax seals, and actually I've been meaning to tell you this whilst I was editing last week's podcast. I've been meaning to tell you this. I'm going to tell you now on the podcast. When you do your wax seals, make sure you have either a cold surface next to you or a little thing of ice water, because the more wax seals you do, the hotter your wax seal gets, and then it stops working.
So you put the stamp.
Stamp in cold water or ice, and then dry it. Have a towel. So you need like an little ice thing, a towel, and then your station.
That's so helpful.
So because otherwise I ruined so many wax seals, and it didn't really matter because I was doing glue sticks.
Have your own personalised one?
Yeah.
That's so cute. Ellis got ours made, obviously like you do, because you can get them from everywhere, can't you?
Yeah,
really
I got mine from Etsy.
I think Ellis might have done,
and I think it has our wedding date in it. I think it said P. It's like got P and S, and then 06/05 2023.
It might ours, but I don't know if knowing Ellis's logic, he will want to use that forever.
Oh yeah, part of me is like, I wish we hadn't put the date in it because we could use it forever, but we still could.
Yeah, of course you could. Yeah.
But I found mine the other day. Actually, it's in my stationery box, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's cute.
No, I'm looking forward to doing that. So yeah, you did all of that. I have actually done mine through. Oh, what's her name? The Bridal Bestie.
Oh, okay.
I followed her for a while,
and so she's printed them all.
No, sorry, her idea. That's how I figured it out.
Right, sorry.
So she did all of hers on printed.com.
Okay.
And you can do it on, what's the big one? Vistaprint.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing. But her hack for doing it is doing them as postcards rather than invites.
Yeah.
Because it's significantly cheaper for the same thing.
Yeah.
So I have had 75 invites printed that are A5, double-sided.
Yeah.
So on the back it's our logo and colour scheme. In the front it's all the information, and then a RSVP card. The back again is the colour scheme and all the information on the front. So A5 invites, A6 was RSVP card things. 75 of them. I forgot I ordered envelopes. I hate the envelopes, but I think they might have been pence with it. But it was £75.
Oh, you ordered the envelopes? They come with it?
Yeah, but they're really thin, so I've ordered different ones that are coming from Amazon. So £75 with post and packaging for 75 invites.
That's amazing.
Originally, I was going to put it in that vellum paper as a jacket thing for it, but when they arrived and we looked at them, they don't need it, do they?
No, I had vellum paper and I cut it into little strips, and I used it. I put it round the jacket
with your wax
and then my wax seal went on it because I didn't want to wax. No, I did it round. Did I put any? I don't know if I printed on it. I might have printed on it, but I can't remember now. I don't think I did actually because it didn't go through the printer very well. No, I didn't print on it. So yeah, I used it, and then I used with my wax seal. I put double-sided sticky tape on the back of it. So I made them all separately, and then I double-sided sticky taped them all so that I could just stick them on.
That's
and then people could keep
glue
them.
But then actually I was worried it was going to ruin stuff. That's a much better idea.
Yeah, double-sided sticky tape. I used for the majority of my invites and my order of services.
That's such a good shout.
Because anything that I like created pockets with or anything like that, and sticking my invites onto the little jacket that I made, everything was double-sided sticker tape.
That's a great shout.
And it's not expensive either. Like, it's a really easy way of doing it.
Yeah.
And it's quite therapeutic, really.
Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. No, so I'm gonna do some kind of like ribbon vibe.
Yeah.
But that is my next week's job, this weekend really. Ellis has got lots of revision to do, so I'm putting invites together.
Nice.
So it's good.
It's a lovely job to do, that is, actually. Putting your invites together. It's a really therapeutic thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Like, on your own, you know, you don't have to be around anybody or do anything with them.
No.
But yeah, no, it is a really lovely thing to do. And I really enjoyed making my invites.
Yeah.
And then I had a slightly different one for my evening guests.
Yeah. Mine will be along the same vein.
Yeah, yeah. And I also, actually going back to my RSVPs, I forgot to say this. Because I was doing physical RSVPs, I put in a stamped addressed envelope in my invites, so that I knew that they sort of like had no choice but to send them back to me.
Yeah.
Because that was in there.
Yeah, that's cute.
And then I ordered all of my paper off Etsy. I have a really temperamental printer, so I had to have specific thickness of paper for it to go through the printer.
Oh.
So I had different types of thickness of paper. So the details cards were a certain type of thickness, and then the actual backing and everything, the jacket, if you like, was a proper card,
wasn't it?
So, but I ordered it all off Etsy, and it was amazing. The paper quality was incredible. I can't remember the name of the company now, but it was amazing, and it was the exact color that I wanted. You could get envelopes, you could get paper in different thicknesses. Like, they just were amazing. And it just made it so much easier, just knowing that everything was going to be the same.
That is good.
And then the white paper was from the Works, I think, because that was the cheapest I could find for the specific thickness that I needed.
Yeah. I thought I'd ordered that as envelopes, but clearly not. But no, it is good. It's. I think you can do too much with an invite.
Yeah,
and I think everyone can get to this point where, like you love creating, you love making. That's not for everyone.
No.
Don't feel you have to, because I really haven't.
No.
I've had mine printed. I've made it, I've designed it, but I've had it printed.
Yeah.
There's loads of templates for wedding invitations on Canva, on printed.com, on Vistaprint, and you just put in your information and it will do it for you.
Yeah.
And that's a great way of doing it still. On Canva, the templates, it doesn't actually increase any cost compared to what I've done.
No.
If you're to use the I keep saying vinted. Printed. I keep mixing Vistaprint and vinted. Oh my gosh. Printed.com. If you use their samples, then yes, they are marked up a little bit, but it's fine.
Yeah, and I mean, for some people, creating an invite is not something that they want to do.
No.
Like, they don't want to spend their time creating an invite. So
some people just aren't DIY brides.
No, absolutely not. And there are amazing, amazing companies on Etsy that will do your invites, and you just talk to them about your colour scheme, the fonts you want, what you want to look. Yeah, and there's loads of websites, like you said, your friend, on Instagram, on Etsy, anywhere, and some of them, you know, prices range. They can be quite expensive, they can be really affordable, but whatever it is, it just has to fit the theme. Because I said, your invites are the first impression of your wedding.
Yeah. A lot of wedding stationery companies will do your menus to look the same. And that's what I will do. My menu that will go on the tables will look the same. My signage is going to look the same. I've already started making it because I've moved on from the invites.
Yeah. Well, my menus were all the same as my invites. And I did little cards on the table, advice for the bride and groom. Yeah. That was all the same. So the theming does carry on along, you know, all the way through the wedding.
It doesn't have to.
Not at all, no.
You can get advice from bride and groom things from Hobbycraft.
Yeah.
You can get loads of different things.
There's that, what's it called? Ginger Ray, that's it.
Yeah.
Ginger Ray has incredible, beautiful stuff, and you can buy the invites and then you just write in your names and your details, and they are absolutely stunning. Yeah. So there are so many options for your invites.
Yeah.
It's about finding the thing that is money-wise makes the most sense for you,
Yeah.
and what will work with your wedding theme,
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
And like, like we've said, you can do it digitally, you can do it printed how I did it, you can do it printed how Hayley did it.
Yeah. Or get someone to do it all for you.
Or get someone to do it all for you. I think
Yeah.
invites, the scope for invites is massive.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, and it's quite a fun thing to do,
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
it all together, and it makes it really real when you're inviting people to a wedding.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was really exciting. I'm enjoying doing it. And
Yeah.
now it's just gathering everyone's addresses because I want to post certain people. I don't want them to have to wait.
Yeah.
But then Dad's going up to see family soon, so he can take a load with him.
Yeah, I think he did that with mine as well. I think it just tied in that he was going at that time again.
Yeah.
And it's like people, like, for example, we know our grandma won't come
But I still want it to happen.
because she lives 2.5 hours away and it's too much for her.
Mhm.
But we still send her an invite because
Yeah.
we want her to have the physical invite,
Exactly.
and because she is still invited.
Yeah, yeah.
We just know she won't come.
Yeah. No, exactly. It's really nice. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I think the physical invites personally for me are nice for like aunties, uncles,
Yeah.
grandparents.
Yeah.
My friends might find a video funny,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
entertaining
Mm.
as an type of invitation, and cousins maybe, but aunties and uncles want that physical thing.
Yeah. And
It's
it's
not
a nice
as
keepsake.
personal,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. It's a nice keepsake. Like, I've got 2 save the dates up on my fridge and it's lovely.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I really enjoy looking at them, and I think
Because mine's got my face on it.
yeah. It's Doug. That's what I'm looking at.
Oh, Doug.
It's I think majority of people love a physical invite. I
Yeah.
think that having that physical invite is such a lovely thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's so special.
Yeah.
Like, it's so special. Being invited to somebody's wedding, in my opinion, is a complete privilege.
Yeah.
Like, I would never take being invited to a wedding for granted.
No, absolutely not.
So I think, that receiving an invite is just one of the most exciting things.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting, and I
It's
can't
exciting.
believe that you're at that point already.
I know. I just want to get them out there.
Yeah. Getting them, once they're out and then you start getting the RSVPs back, that's when it starts to get really
Yeah.
exciting.
We touched on this briefly last week,
Mhm.
but the timings of sending out your invites.
Yes. Yeah.
So I am sending out mine anytime.
Mhm.
So that will give us 7-8 months.
Yeah.
Around that kind of ballpark.
Yeah.
And I am asking for RSVPs to be in about 3 months before.
Yeah.
3-4 months before, I
Yeah.
think. Type A personality. That's
Yeah.
why I want it done sooner.
Yeah. I personally, I think 6 months is plenty enough time, because you've sent out your save the dates. Everybody knows they're coming.
Yeah.
They've put the date in the diary. It's not like it's the first time you're asking people. So for me,
Yeah, good point.
6 months was plenty of time. Like, to each their own.
No, but
There's
that makes
no
sense.
rules about it. But because as soon as my venue was booked, I sent my save the dates.
Yes. Yeah,
And so everybody knew they were coming, a year before the wedding even happened. Longer than that, actually. So for me, having the invite out 6 months before, I actually did it because 6 months before my wedding is my birthday. So I got mine out for my birthday. That's what I did.
Yeah.
So I was 6 months
Didn't even
before, and then I
realise that.
gave everyone until basically my hen do, the end of March.
Yeah.
That's when I had them all in. So about a month and a half before my wedding is when I had all my RSVPs back.
Yeah, no,
But to be honest with you, I had them all back probably just after Christmas, January time. I don't think I struggled for anybody for RSVPs.
Yeah, that is good. I think you've got to do it in enough time for your suppliers.
It all depends on your suppliers. Now, your caterers want your food in.
I'm sure they said
6 weeks, whereas we were 4 weeks. So we didn't have to get it in quite so soon as you.
I think as well with me, it's like summer holidays. I think if I don't get it in before then, people will forget over summer holidays. I just know what we were like as kids and stuff.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think because of the summer holidays, it is good to get it done.
I have just thought, for your invitation, where did you write who it was to? I can't think on yours.
I think it was on the top.
I don't think I've left space for it. I don't know where I'm going to put it.
I'm pretty sure it was on the top
I'm going to have to get yours out when I get home.
because was it on the front? No, it wasn't on the front. Was it on the piece of vellum paper?
I don't know. I
can't remember.
I'm going to have to figure out where I can do that, or I might have to
Because
make something to add it on, because I've not actually addressed it to anyone.
Yeah, well, no, because I didn't do that. Well, because I didn't want to handwrite anything, so I
No.
wanted everything to be in the same font because I hate my handwriting, so
Yeah.
I didn't want anything handwritten. So I made sure that I can't remember now off the top of my head. I mean, I don't think I've got any photos of them.
No, I don't think I do.
No, I don't have any photos of them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I put it on the top.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'm going to have to think of a way to do it, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I can't think where I'm going to put them. I've only thought of that whilst we're doing this podcast. I don't. It said make sure it's clear who's invited. Well, how am I going to do that?
Well,
'Cause I don't know where to put it.
is what I wanted to do because I was giving people +1s. I wanted to make it like clear that they were having a +1, so I'd put like so and so and +1, or like
and guest or something.
Yeah, and then and because I invited kids as well, I wanted to make sure that the kids were on there.
Yeah, that's what I've just thought.
So yeah, no, you definitely need to make
and
not just the envelope, because people just rip the envelope and then don't even look at it.
And also, you're not going to put on an envelope, dear Mr. and Mrs. blah blah, and Dave, Michael, and Paul as the kids.
Dave, Michael.
I don't know anyone that's got 3 kids called Dave, Michael, and Paul nowadays.
Interesting,
but that's.
But no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're not going to do that, and people do rip their envelopes. So yeah, you have to put it somewhere on
the postman does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just having a look and checking I've covered everything I want to. This turn was my research. Not the best at research.
It was my turn to buy. Not my turn. It was me who was buying and setting up the microphones. That's why you were doing the research.
She literally went to uni to do acting for her skills.
Yeah, I know.
She works in TV.
Once this podcast gets monetized, you can guess who's getting 80%.
I'll just turn it. I'm the face of this thing.
No, Coops is the face of this thing.
There wouldn't be this podcast if it wasn't for me getting married.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
I will stomp my foot on that one.
There wouldn't be this podcast if I hadn't have been married.
We could have done it without any one of us getting married.
Yeah, exactly. So we could have done this podcast with just me being married.
You're not planning a wedding?
I've planned a wedding.
Oh man, it was 2 years ago now.
Right, have we finished on invites or not?
I think so. This is all just wording now that I've
Wording,
saved.
yeah, do your research with your wording.
Template.
There's so many different ways of doing it, so
yeah, exactly. And ask people's opinions. I sent it out to the bridesmaids, I sent it out to mom and dad, I sent it out to Ellis's parents.
Yeah, mom's quite traditional with like wording and stuff, so with mine, I think she's been like less resistant with you, but with me it was a lot of like, well, are you sure you want that, and is that the right thing, and traditionally you would do this, and I was like, yes mom, but this is now what we do.
Yeah, but then maybe because she's learned from you anyway.
Yeah So
yeah, I put like something at the bottom, and Ellis's mom was like, well, that doesn't actually sound right, because it's not what it is. I'll just say it anyway. It says dinner followed by dinner, drinks, and dancing. I thought that sounded quite nice. Traditionally, I know it's a wedding breakfast.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was like, yeah, but it doesn't sound good saying followed by breakfast, drinks, and dancing, or drinks, breakfast, and dancing.
Yeah.
It's not a breakfast, is it?
No.
As much as it's called a wedding breakfast, I'm not serving them poached eggs and hollandaise sauce.
Well, no, because no, I guess you put reception to follow, not.
Yeah. I just thought, everyone puts that. Anyway, I don't mind. I like what it looks like.
Well, if you're happy, it's your invite.
Exactly. She wasn't like being negative or anything.
No, it was just a comment.
It was traditionally you do this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Perfect. So that's invites done then.
I think so, yeah.
So I mean, if we've missed anything, please let us know, and we'll we'll
Circle back.
happily come back to it at a later date if we need
Such
to.
a corporate thing.
I'm
We'll circle back to that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's loads that we'll readdress in the future.
Of
You know,
course.
post the wedding and stuff like that. There'll be different things that we'll talk about. So we might come back to invites at another time once we sort of, you know, in a different time. I don't really know. But yeah, I think that's it for invites.
Yep.
And I hope the sound was good. I hope I'm going to be able to edit this sound. Otherwise, I'll be
Good.
reverting back to the lapel mics. Good jobs we put them on.
Good job to put them on. It's a good job.
Yeah, good job we put them on. But yeah, so that is invites done.
Yep.
I've said that 3 times now, but there we go.
Invites are done, okay?
Yeah. So, for now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.